Hello, Twitch. Oh, for some reason my laptop's just not working like it used to. But I don't know. I think it thinks it's overheating, but it's not. But anyways, welcome to another air flight. We are going to take the Bonanza A36 out again on a I want to say quick flight, but you know, we're going back to New York basically. We're going to Rochester. Just wanted to fly the Bonanza again. We have the 6th annual Plymouth fly-in on Sunday, so we'll be streaming that too. But time is of the essence because we got a lot of stuff going on. We have some senior district auditions tomorrow. My students have to be after a little bit. And I don't know, I might stream tomorrow still. I gotta think about that, but I wanted to get one in. It's been a couple days, so I want to take the Bonanza out again. This is one of my favorite aircraft now, I gotta be honest with you. So, and we already have a checklist and everything made out for it, so we'll be flying it in a while. I got a livery and everything, so that's just the way it is. I did not set up my tablet at all or anything I needed right now, so we'll do that as well. And yeah, we'll look at things together, okay? So anyways, let's get this checklist out and get this flight going as we get to Rochester. The weather is kind of limiting too. I'm trying to take off from where I landed last time with the Bonanza. It was Detroit. So you can see that there's some clouds up there, but we should be able to get out of here eventually. It's supposed to get clear as we get towards Ontario and stuff like that, and should be good. So no one's on that sim right now, but we'll figure it out, right? Okay. All right. Anyways, checklist is on. This is one I made from the POH. November 10, we did the pre-flight, which is all the left section. So now we're at the before start engine pre-flight check completed, baggage and tow bar secured. Seats and seat backs positioned and locked upright. Parking brake is going to be set when it's a control lock off. There we go. All avionics are off. Circuit breakers are in. We check over here. We also check over here. Landing gear handle is down. That it is. I don't have to touch the thrust prop mixture thing because it should be fine. Just double check, yeah, because I have that off. Alright. Safety system is installed, check. Flaps up, up. Cowl flaps going to open. I left them open. Oh, I say you don't. I don't know if you want to do that in real life because you don't want birds to get into the nest and stuff. So depends how much it's sitting though, I guess. Light switches as required. We'll turn the beacon on to start the engine. Nothing should be on though. And now, fuel quantity we'll check once we turn the battery on. Oh, wait, I skipped ahead, didn't I? I did a little bit. Light switches. Where am I? Call flaps open. Fuel selector. Full list. Oh, we have to make sure it's full. So let's do that. Even got back to making thumbnails. So, do you notice that that goes to 40? Because it reads it as only 40 because we don't have tip tanks installed. So, but we're okay. It's 80 gallons of fuel. It's more than enough. Fuel selector, fullest operation, battery multimeter on. Check the fuel. It is full. And we're good. Alright. Alternator, electrical avionics equipment off. Watch that. Alternator off. Auxiliary power unit connected if we need it. Oh wait, nope. Starting engine. Alright. Sure, full rich. Woo. We're gonna turn off the panel. Wait. Need that because we're flying during the day. Real world weather, but not real world time. Like flying during the day. Make sure it's full rich. Prop, high RPM. Okay, throttle full open. Fuel pump. This is where we have to leave it a little bit longer than usual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if that does it. Turning it off, going to 1/4. And we're going to start this thing. So let's put the window screen yellow out. And we're going to say clear prop.
Clear prop.
Alright, so we're going to say 7 seconds from now on. Let's do it again. Fuel pump on. 1, 2, off, and clear prop.
Clear prop.
Yeah, so we're gonna count it as 7 seconds from now on. Something to get used to. I'm gonna kick it back to about 1,000, 1,200 RPMs. All right, la 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 la. We both win both. Okay. over prime would fine. After starting the taxi, it seems like I never prime enough, so I'm gonna go 7 seconds. I gotta remember that. All right, I'm gonna be good to go. We're gonna release the brakes right now. Avionics equipment on is required, so let's get all nav, taxi light, avionics are on. Make sure that this is plugged in. Close the window. Alright, we'll get everything set up here. I have to set this window up in my Real Sim Gear GNS 530, so let's do that. Fly around there. Alright. Let's go to Alt. Good. Oh, okay. Set this to 5,500 because that's what we want. Enter on that. Enter on this. I'm going direct to Kilo. Romeo, Oscar, Charlie. Yeah, I took a nap. I didn't mean to take a nap, but I fell asleep. I went to go put my head down and I basically slept for like 2 hours. So I think I can do this flight and not have a problem. Terrible. Alright. That's before takeoff. That's the run up. So we have to get some weather. And that's the thing I might change about this checklist. I might put like radio, get AWOS, this and that. So, but again, I took it right from the POH because they kind of just tell you that. Let's get some weather here at Detroit. Let me put the plan in. I'll also make sure that I have my tablet working here. I don't. Oops. Alright, now create. There we go. I'm gonna have to be hooked up to the right internet. Just give me 1 second here. My tablet's hooked to the wrong Wi-Fi signal. Here we go. Alright. Now you see me in Detroit. Active, thank you. We're just gonna go fly a straight line over Ontario to Rochester. That's the goal. Seems like that's the only place the weather is decent. Oh, just went minimum VFR actually in London. Oh, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Rochester's still VFR. Broken 4,500, cast 5,500. So again, if we have to kind of make this a low pass, we will. How's that? Oops, crap! I just closed the checklist. All right. That's right. Weather at Willow Run is 127,425. Oops, they're doing that thing again. Give me a second. Wind 317 at 5. 290.5. That on. It's not playing sound for some reason. But 317 at 5. Alright. November. Yeah, right. Stop. Nope. Visibility 10. I don't know why it does this, but it does this with weather sometimes. No clue. If I do this, it'll do things though.
Willow Run Airport information November 0400 Zulu. Wind tree 17 at Fife. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Ceiling 6,200.
So we'll get out of here.
Temperature 7. Dew point 1. Altimeter 299er5. ILS runway 2 tree and visual runway 2 tree right in use. Landing and departing runway 27. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have November.
Yep. Alright, over to guard. You know what that means on this channel. That is this?
You're on guard with
7 seconds. Yeah. From now on. Heat. Target to 80 degrees. So I'm gonna leave it. That's fine. All right. With that, I think we got most everything set up. Let's go back to the checklist. Yep. All right. I'm gonna go to 27. Here's my map here. 27. Oh, all right. We'll go on the Gulf. It says shorter runway, but we'll take it. 5,000 feet's not bad. All right. We're gonna taxi to runway 27. Just double check the checklist because it's been a while. Altimeter switches on. Okay. Brakes release. Okay. Test the brakes out. Brakes are good. Go down the right. Right. Tobii tracker on. Center. Now let's go to runway 27. I should probably announce that. So. Well, let's connect the VAT sim too as well. That might help. I did not file flight plan one because no one's really online anyways, and if I request flight form, I'll just ask them in the air. Okay. Will run traffic. It's not working. Give me a second. Why is that not working? Come on now. Okay. Yeah, my honeycomb alpha did something weird again. Alright, anyways. Will run traffic, Bonanza A Echo Foxtrot. We're at Hangar 1, gonna taxi runway 27 to be Bravo Golf. Will run traffic. Alright. Lots of low bus should go away as we deal with data. It's just the default, so. Or is it? No, it's freeware. They added a couple things. But looking at Google Maps earlier today at this, this airport has like some history to it, so. See that there's some like factories and stuff over there. It seemed to be like a World War II like facility. So okay, we're on Bravo. Moving off Gulf down that way. Yeah, I totally did not say that on the tower frequency. So, give me a second. 27. Will run traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot, taxi runway 27 via Bravo Golf. Will run. Alright. Should be fine now. See how this says it's a runway? That's not a runway. There's no runway here anymore. That is a closed runway. So I'm gonna keep going because in real life I don't think we would have that there. 927 is no longer a runway. Or if it is, they just put that in the wrong place because the runway's over there. Not over here. Kinda weird. You got the Gulf right? this would have been the runway, but this one's also closed. See how there's an X? So I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, I don't understand why I had 927 there. That's a little bit short. Actually, yeah, 27 here. Oh, wait a minute. I think I went too far. Crap, poopies. Just double check this. Yeah, Gulf 1 was supposed to be over there, so what just happened? That is Gulf 1. Alright, that was confusing. So that runway kind of turned into a taxi. No, it didn't. It's just Gulf 1's not there at all. Wait a minute. Gulf 1's supposed to be right here for 27. I'm gonna go this way. So this is supposed to be Gulf 1. So there's a bunch of little bombs. That's what's happening. What's up, JJ? Nice to see you. Alright, let's do a run up over here. It's confusing when they don't show like the real runways. Let's do a run up here. Brakes are set. Back to the checklist before takeoff. Shoulder harnesses checked. Parking brake checked. Radios checked. Engine instruments we're good. We're in agreement with everything. Flight instruments check and set. Alright, turn creator in the middle, no flag. Heading information about 30. Nope, she went 31. So what's up with that? It's not. Maybe because that's the deviator colors. Alright, heading indicator is good. And vertical speed rising. Airspeed. Altimeter is good. Alright, amp meter. Still can't find the amp meter. I can go by alternator load, I guess, in the bus molds. I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. Throttle 1700. Go. Propeller check. Just go down. Just go up. Check the oil pressure on that. Pressure should go down. Pressure goes up. And finally, one more check to make sure no oil spurts on the windshield. Because that's what we got a leak. And back up. Prop is checked. Right, mags, right? Back to both. Left. We did not fly in the left today, but back to both. It's been a rough week, so I just canceled, and the weather wasn't the best either. So, but we'll get back up there soon. Trim set. I'm gonna set for. Oops. Come on now. Why is my wheel not working? Oh, good that we checked the trim wheel. I locked that one in there. Side tech. I'm trying to find the right one. Side. There it is. Turn it on and off. Hopefully Spad has it in there. Yeah, I read it. Just didn't read it last night. Man, I might have to restart Spad though. Man, my electronic trying to find it. But let me just restart Spad. Be right back with you. Kind of weird now. Come on, Trivial. Waiting for you. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it doesn't read that sometimes. It should be at 6 degrees. I read right, nose up, only in front seats are up, which they are. Flaps are up, doors and windows are secure. Close that one. Good there. Alright, flight controls, free and correct. Free and correct. Not real old time, but we do have real old weather. Brakes, instruments check on the way out. Okay, we are going to rotate at 70, climb at 96, retract the gear. There's no more available runway ahead of us. So let's do the whole briefing now. If we have a problem when the takeoff, can't go otherwise on the runway, there's nothing available runway ahead of us, we'll board takeoff on directly on the runway. If we are under, let's say, 2,500 feet, this problem can't go otherwise, we'll land directly ahead. No more than 30 degree turns, best glide speed, this is 110. If we're above 1225, give me a second. Yeah, 1,500 feet. Alright, if we're above 1,500 feet, this pump can't go otherwise, we'll take a turn to the left as we'll land. Down there. Downwind on the taxiway, the grass, the runway is relative to our best glide speeds 110. We climb at 7. We rotate at 70, climb at 96. Track the gear when there's no more available runway ahead of us. Okay, that sounds good. So let's get on to the taxiway. Willow Run traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot departing runway 27, departure to the east. Willow Run. All the way down here. Ghosted Johnny, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for coming on, my friend. This was a weird. So that was Gulf 1 over here. I have no. This was a runway. I don't know. We're gonna back taxi. So. All right, sir. I'll stay on the right here so you can depart out. Thanks for coming out. JJ, you never did your sound. Welcome to the broadcast.
If only you knew how I'm feeling weird, I'm feeling different.
All the
You're more than perfect, and I like what you got. You might be the one for me, let me get them digits.
This is a little messed up on the taxiways. It's kind of weird. What does that say? Does that say Gulf 1? No, it says Echo 1. See, there's no Echo 1 on the chart, though. And it's showing like way off on the airport diagram. So again, that was kind of weird. Well, I'll do what it is. All right, we're in the middle. Everything's good. Heels on the floor. Brakes full throttle. Positive, and here we go. Close to Johnny, coming right through you. Take at 7. I don't want to hit you too much. Alright. Good. It takes off by itself when you put that trim on. That's what it says to do. So. Down. 6. Up. Down. So let's do here. Willow Run, everybody. Alright. Probably should set this to you know, hey, we're trying. Quite straight up. Take a picture of course. Okay, clear on the right. We got tricks there. Tower 42 to right. Alright, autopilot going on. Nav. Altitude. Speed engaged. Off. We are on our way. Should see Detroit on the way out, but let's take a look out. John. From Willow Run. We're on our way to Rochester. But yeah, someone left a comment on the last YouTube video. I think on a restaurant called Bomb around here, which is pretty good. It's like a little diner, cafe, breakfasty place. You see what I'm saying right here? It looks like this used to be like an old World War II thing, and they used to build like bombers and stuff. You're a passive aircraft tonight, Mr. John. What does that mean, passive aircraft? Alright, we're gonna kick it down to 25 inches of manifold pressure. We're at 2,500 RPMs for cruise climb. I'll leave the mixture out for maximum horsepower, and that's why I'm going here for horsepower. We do have an EGT gauge, but that seems to be correct here for horsepower. There's 243-ish. Alright, just to see what it is. It's supposed to be about this. Alright. Detroit coming up. Sorry, I left my tab on all the checklists. Detroit coming up. Right ahead of us. We'll be overflying the city as we go. To park here, we're at 5,500. And we would ask for a Delta clearance. I mean, Bravo clearance, but kind of like here, so we're just going to keep it because I didn't see any picture here. Nope. So we're just going to leave it. Pretend that we get the Bravo clearance. So we can leave right over Detroit. So, that's your Unicom Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot radio check, please. Except for Detroit. They're on tower frequency, so. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Should be about 15.2 inches. So, you know, over time. We had it 529-ish. Or 208, that works too. Alright, we are good to go on cruise. No, I did not load it. What the heck did I? What? Wow. I guess I forgot to do Detroit. Yikes. Well, I loaded everything else, so. The city should still look good. And then when we get to New York and stuff in Ontario, that's all loaded. So, I'm sorry I didn't load my Michigan scenery. I do have to blow my nose though, so I'll be right back. Otto, take control. Alright, we're back. That's downtown Detroit. Take a look at that as we fly by. Is it good? Goes to Johnny flying with us tonight. We're gonna go over Lake Erie, I believe, eventually. Yep. This in front of us is Lake St. Croix. St. Clair. I said St. Croix. Lake St. Clair in front of us. Which then goes down this way to Lake Erie. There's a mall down there. Cool. Okay, I also didn't turn my landing light nor strobe on, but I just turn those on now. Fuel pump is off. Sounds fine. Go. Heading where my heading is. Things are looking good. Downtown Detroit. Yeah, it might not look as good because I forgot to look for the software, but it's not terrible. I had all the stadiums in there, so well, I tried. Lake St. Clair, then we go into Lake Erie. Oh, excuse me. About an hour and a half tonight, total flight time, so pretty good speed on this thing. I calculate about 163 knots true airspeed in my calculations, so it's very fast. It's even a little faster than the Cirrus. I think I do the Cirrus at 152 for planning purposes. I take an average of the visual cruise speeds. But the wind is definitely with us today. So 310 at 5. You can see it's pushing us as a tailwind. That's what's making us have a pretty good flight time back to Rochester today. But Sunday, again, I'm going to be hosting the 6th annual Plymouth, Massachusetts, where I actually fly out of in real life, fly-in Thanksgiving. I have a birthday party to go to later that evening, but I'm going to be hopefully flying in there. I haven't decided what aircraft yet. I might make a change for the Bonanza because I want to mix it up a little bit, but I want to get away from the Pipers a little bit. But this Bonanza by Black Square is amazing. I like flying it a lot. Now I got the POH figured out and all that stuff. Definitely one of the faster aircraft that I fly. So, and it's definitely in the contention for my 6th annual fundraising marathon, which we'll do in July or August this year, because it has the speed so I can go long distances. So I'm thinking it over, but it's looking pretty good. How are we doing on fuel? Left tank is going down, so let's switch to the right. Fuel pump on. Switch to the right. There we go. And fuel pump off. Fuel flow still working. In fact, we're even saving fuel. But ground speed 184 knots. I mean, you can't beat that. That's amazing. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if sometimes you can get to 200 on this with a really good wind. You know. I do appreciate you coming out. JJ, thanks again for coming out, my friend. And I expect this is a good flight. Johnny, performing on the wing here. Looks like you're flying the Bonanza too, no? Actually, no, you're not the Bonanza, you're not the engine there. But Black Square, I'll tell you. Impressed with their offerings here. Here's downtown Detroit. I'm gonna quickly just take a quick picture here. And another one. And as you say goodbye to Michigan, I think we're going to Ontario next. Lots of boats. Lots of boats. Excuse me. Right, so enjoy the flight. Just crossed into midnight here. Doesn't feel like midnight. The sun was going down at like 3:30 this afternoon. It was crazy. Eastern time, that is. So. I also want to thank my subscribers. We're up to 6 subscribers on the Eric Flight channel. So that's very nice to see. You know, it did an update. It's saying 6 on my stream manager here. So I appreciate all of you. I want to say thank you for the support. For your support, I should say. And I should be flying in real life pretty soon. Again, the weather wasn't... It was supposed to be a little cloudy and rainy tonight, so I canceled for weather. Tomorrow I can't do it because I got the auditions, and then it was going to be like a big thing. We had some drama at my house today after school, my daughter, so... Just want to kind of unwind. Cabin temp is high. Oh no. We're baking to a crisp, everybody. 103 degrees. Holy shnikes. Of course I can't feel it. So this is just a little bit. How's that? Target 85. I'm not a big stickler on this. This is kind of cool to see, but we don't need the defroster right now, so. A little bit more. Target 76. Okay. That's how intricate this is, though. It has all the systems. So if you put AC on, I've never turned it on yet, but if I did, it'd probably be there, you know. I'm gonna turn the panel lights off. That might help. Oh, beacon. Yeah, beacon's supposed to. Oh, okay. That was all set up wrong too. Panel lights off. All right. There we go. Taxi's off. I said turn off the taxi light. There we go. Landing should be on. Okay. That is a little temperamental with SPAD. That's just the way it is. Again, this has everything you need. It has your electrical systems, your engine. It shows everything that's going on. You can repair things. So you do have to repair it over time. That's not a bad thing. But the priming, 7. I have to count to 7 because I never fill it up now. This is your fuel lines. It's fuel injected, so. Yeah, you gotta keep the cabin temperature to a nice thing. It has ear discomfort, which is always green for me at least. 96% oxygen in the oximeter. So there's a lot of things. You have an O2 system in this thing as well. You can do failures, which I don't want to do. Payloads right there. And lots of options here. Lots of avionics options as well. You just go with the 530, 430 stack. I was going to buy a 430 off someone online, but then I decided not to, even though it was a pretty good price. It was like 160, I think the guy said he was going to send it, or 170. Trying to think it was bad, but trying to save money, you know, so I just rethought that decision. Be right back. I got both of those again. I'll be right back. Sorry. Alright, we're back. Thanks to Otto, the autopilot tonight, for being non-temperamental. The autopilot works further in the studio.
Automatic pilot.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
I'll go back to the passengers.
This is a 6-seater. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Go to the back here. And some people rip out 2 of the seats and make it a 4-seater. And from what I read online, it makes the insurance a little cheaper because then you can only seat 4 people. So I don't know how that works. What's this thing? I didn't even see this. Oh, what's that for? Is that to move the seats around? I don't know. I'm not going to touch it anymore because I'll probably open the door or something and crash. But anyways, it's a 6-seater. It has a table that you can pull out. And yeah, they don't make these anymore. They ceased making them, I think, in 2024. I could be wrong. But Beechcraft is owned by Cessna, if I remember right. They're not bad aircraft. They go for about $500,000. So you can buy a used one with high engine time for about 200,000-ish. But seems like a nice plane, you know. And again, if you're looking as a passenger, you're probably looking something like this, and out the window. So, I don't know. I really like the plane. I don't know how I'd feel about owning one in real life because it seems it would be kind of expensive, especially landing and stuff. I always told myself if I buy a plane in real life someday, I'm probably gonna go with a fixed gear just to make it cheaper for maintenance. So, but I do my complex endorsement, and I can rent the Arrow at my flight school. Ghosted Johnny coming up on the right. This is the service update for beta. We're on the East server. I'm gonna say DSW 67. 67. Had to do it. What's up? How's it going? Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Oh, I'm a teacher in real life, so you know it gets kind of boring, but that's the way it is. We're in Ontario, by the way. In Canada, making our way to Rochester, New York. Hour and 10 minutes to Rochester, not too bad. is with us today. Yeah. Service Update 4, I have a feeling it's coming soon. So the betas, they said final release. So that usually means that they're going to be releasing Service Update 4. I'm telling you, I think this is the game changer. I think a lot of people are going to go to 2020 after that. I've all but given up on 2020. I still haven't installed, like I've been saying, but I don't really use it. The only thing I really miss is the PMDG 737 because I can't get it to work really well in 2020 anymore. That last update messed something up where it crashes the desktop a lot, which I don't understand because I upgraded my computer and this has had no problems on it. I don't even have the overclock memory problem like I had in the old Intel one. Nor does my son, and he has it. So I don't know. I think it's just the simulator pushing it to its limits. So, but yeah, the AMD build I have. Great. What's up, Nick Resla? Change that D to S and you got it. There you go. Late night. Late night with me because I took a nap. I was going to fly around 9. Hey, it is what it is. We done this around a little after 1 a.m. here on the East Coast. Yeah, well, I took a nap. I didn't mean to, but I put my head down at like 7. Didn't wake up till 9:47. We're taking the Bonanza out to Rochester. Yeah, I guess, you know, it kind of throws off the whole sleep schedule, but I don't have to be at anything till 12:45 for auditions for some band members. So my day is not done tomorrow. It's not a off day all the whole day, so but it's good for them to do. They don't really want to do it, I don't feel, but they're gonna do it. They're gonna go audition and try their best. So. I think it runs better, to be honest with you, but my 2020 got messed up with the last service update. That service update 16, when they reduced the texture size, and it just made more crashes to desktop for me at least, like for the PMDG. But 2024 I think works fine with most stuff. You know, there's still little things, little glitches with some older aircraft not updated yet and stuff. But we're gonna also have to do a paramotor stream. I bought a paramotor and I tried it out. This is Ford Learn to Fly had a stream with it. It was pretty cool. I gotta decide on a place to go paramotoring in the simulator. It was pretty cool. Over Ontario, can you tell? A lot of farmland, Canada. I gotta blow my nose again. I'm so sorry. I've had like problems with allergies and dust and stuff or something, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. But yeah, 2024 I think is working just fine. And I think Service Update 4 is going to be the game changer. I think 2020 is going to become extinct in a lot of people's computers. When it gets released, the beta, this is the beta, it's working great. So, just saying. This Bonanza just got released, so it was kind of like tweaked from 2024. It still uses textures like 2020. I'm pretty sure this it's a 2020 model that they just made sure it worked in 2024. Yeah, I think so. I think at Service Update 4, people are going to start buying 2024 if they haven't already. I'm off 2020. It's installed, but I probably won't use it. So, just sad to say, it's the end of an era, but yeah, I'd say definitely get it. I wait till Service Update 4 comes out, but the beta's out. And I don't know if you buy the Windows version or Steam, because on Steam it's easy to do the beta. You just say, I want the beta. On the Windows version, I think you have to sign up for it, which is kind of silly. But you have Steam? Yeah. So I would start getting back into 2024. Is anyone around me? Here's our flight path for tonight. We take off from Detroit here. We'll run airport. Flew over Detroit. We're making really good time. Dave Rendon, what's up, my friend? Use your sound. But we're going right to Rochester. The weather's really iffy around us, so that's why I kind of picked Rochester. Oh, that's awesome, dude. No, Dave, you don't have to do that. Thank you for subscribing again, my friend.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Nice videos, Dave, on the Discord.
What's
Keep
beverage
posting.
service? Yeah, that's
Cool to see.
not included on this flight. Did you pay the extra fee?
It's me and a friend flying to Nashua.
Dave Rendon just subscribed to Eric
Thank you,
Flight
sir.
on Twitch.
I appreciate that. I just got done saying thank you to all the people who are subscribing. So I have 6 subscribers now, which is it's more than I've had in a while, so I appreciate that. There's Johnny flying with us tonight on the SG4 Beta. And it's nice that they brought the here. The thing I will say, the thing that irks me about 2024 now is like full that sim traffic and stuff. It's not easy to see it. And then obviously this is East server traffic, but it'd be nice if they had the draw distance go a little further for traffic, I think. Or at least that sim. So. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for the shout out. Appreciate that. Yeah, Nick Reza living the pilot life over there. Kind of jealous. Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm not saying we're gonna see Toronto, but we might see a little bit of distance. So that's awesome. Again, I need time to figure out that Airbus 320. So me? No. I'm just flying for fun, dude. I don't have the genetics for that. I don't know. Like I would have thought about it as a viable career. There are lots of things in my way. My mom was very much against me flying, so I wasn't going to go to college for flying. She didn't understand. And 2, my family genetics, we just don't have good genetics, so you kind of have to like look at the realities of it. I'm proud just to be a private pilot, you know, and I am on basic med already because I don't want to deal with anything like that, so obviously that's not going to get me an ATP. But I'm perfectly happy with what I do. I would like to be able to fly to Canada someday, though, so who knows? We'll see what happens. But that mosaic rule kind of made things a lot better for everybody, too. So I feel better about my chance of flying for the rest of my life, so. Oh, that, too. Oh, talk about Dave. Well, you say that, but you'd be surprised. You could do little commercial flights if you really wanted to. Read that again, Nick. I'm just being funny. I had to say it. Oh, man. That's cool. Yeah. A lot of my students are like, are you going to become like an airline pilot? Like, they don't get it. I'm like, no, I'm just going to fly for fun. Why? You can fly for fun? Like, they don't even understand that you can. We got to keep an eye on these clouds because it looks like we might have to dip down to 2,900. Or 3,500, excuse me. So why don't we do that now? We'll do that. We're going to descend down to 3,500. Back on the manifold. Back on the RPMs. Vertical speed. Gauge. I'm going to go down. 500 feet per minute. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. It's cool. I understood what you meant. How are we doing? RPMs. 2100. That wasn't good. 2100. Expect 19 or so. On the descent. 3,500 give us a little more for clock. Let's see. I'm proud of Nick. Nick and I, we did our private pilot. We bonded over that. We did our private pilot lessons about the same time, and look at him progressing to a CRJ, first officer over there. No, Nick and I have actually flown twice in real life together too, so it's been a pretty good friend of mine for years now. But yeah, and fellow member of the Virtual Safe Flying Club. Dave, you should get in the Virtual Safe Flying Club. That's what I think. I think you should embrace some GA, and you don't have to fly it all the time, but I think you should embrace. Well, you gotta be in the Massachusetts area. He flies out of Bedford. I fly out of Plymouth. But yeah, you're ever up here, you let me know. So, yeah, even if you don't fly it all the time, just to have you in the club. So, I'll give you a link if you really want it. You let me know. But that would keep you bonding with us, as we like to say. Yeah, I'll do that for everybody. If you want more information about the Richest USA Flying Club, that's where you want to go. And we're mostly a Discord-based flights club. We do GA. You have to be a VATSIM member. And we do events. Now I'm hosting the event this Sunday. We're going to have a fly into Plymouth, Massachusetts, my real old base of operations for renting planes out as a private pilot. So, and the place where the Pilgrims had their first Thanksgiving with the Wampanoag Indians, Native Americans, as I like to call them. Yo, so Johnny flying with us tonight. We're over Ontario. We're about to just touch a little bit of Lake Erie. Kind of wanting to be on the coast, so. Oh, there you go. That's all right, man. Don't worry about it. Hey, your career always comes first. It'd be like me, like having school, you know. That's what has to happen. Don't worry about that. That's how life works. Welcome to being a total adult on your own. Lake Erie, everybody. Adulting, exactly. Yeah. It's got its pros and cons, just like being a kid. Of course, when we're all kids, we don't think about that. We think, oh man, this sucks. I want to be an adult. And when you're an adult, you're like, oh man, we had it good. Certain things. I'll be booking a remote flight again pretty soon. I didn't fly tonight because the weather was supposed to be rainy and cloudy at night. That didn't really appeal to me. And tomorrow I decided not to do that either. So, but we're supposed to get maybe snow on Sunday a little bit. So we'll see. I have not seen any snow in the simulator yet. That's kind of disheartening. I just feel like it doesn't snow as much as it used to. Because like the Eric DIY channel where I review products and stuff like that, I had like 2 companies reach out to me about reviewing like a snow shovel, snow blower, and I was like, that's probably because I reviewed the Toro one. I do use that to this day. It's battery powered. But I haven't had to use it a lot because it doesn't snow as much as it used to. Of course, I'm saying that it's gonna be like a blizzard this year. Watch, but I kind of like using that snow. I kind of miss it when there's no snow. I want snow for Christmas. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little. Kind of miss not having snow. Of course, Thanksgiving, I got parent conferences this whole week. Mokadingo, welcome to the broadcast. Hello to you too as well. Again, if anyone wanted to fly, we're on the Microsoft Flight Simulator East server. Flying over Ontario, and your closest airport's Belay Charlie, Yankee, Quebec, Sierra, St. Thomas. It's going to be off our left just a little bit. Flying the Bonanza, Black Square Bonanza A36 tonight. Flying over Iona. Mr. Johnny flying with us. We're on our way to Rochester. You have about an hour left of the flight here. So. Now I'm going to bed. Boats. Beautiful boats. I posted the 6th marathon channel. I just haven't come up with a theme yet. So hopefully between December to February, we'll get our theme for this year's marathon flight, which again is raising money for the Children's Cancer Research Fund. We're doing the Great Cycle Challenge again. But we raised an all-time record high of 2,800 something bucks in July and August this year. And we did 150 miles of biking in September. So I gotta try to get on the bike during winter though. So been slacking on that a little bit. Look at Digger, thanks for following the channel. Appreciate it, sir.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but mostly sir here, so we'll go with it. So there you go. Well, I'll look it over, Dave, because get you in. So let me do that now.
Dingo is now following Eric Flight on
And
Twitch.
you fly what you can. You know what I'm saying? So then an update. Did someone already approve you? Maybe on the wrong channel. No, not the wrong channel. I don't see it in the waiting room. Give it a couple of minutes or so. Maybe I have to reboot or something. Give me a second. Restart my Discord. I'll get you in there somewhat. Oh, just check this out. Nope, but when it pops up, I'll let you in unless someone already took care of it. Alright, I'll keep an eye out, Dave. Yeah, it's supposed to be in there, but it's not, so I don't know. Did you push enter? Just double check that. I mean, I know you, so I'd vouch for you. Alright, set the DG, because I keep forgetting to do that occasionally. Not a good thing. Every 15 minutes, Eric. Let's go. Got some funk going on. Yeah. I'll figure it out, Dave. It isn't showing on my end. Something's up, 'cause it's only saying it's not showing everything. You get what I'm saying? So something must be wrong with this one. Oh, there it is. Let's see if they added you already. No, I'll figure it out. Oh, there it is. You're typing now. It says typing now. So. Yeah, I got you now. Give me a second. I have to do the official check the VAT sim, but I know that. So. I got you, sir. Put you right through, so the official check the VAT sim. No, didn't authorize me. Page expired. That's interesting. Alright, let me go to my laptop. So I logged in. Stats. It was working earlier. I'll add you. I just have to do this. Stats. Something went wrong. I'll get you in there. There we go. Go to my laptop. Search. I'm not gonna see your number online, though. There you go. I verified you. All right. I'll put you in, sir. So let me do all this. pretty good to go. You already, were you joined before? Because it already gave you pilot, so. You might have been joined before. That's what I'm thinking, because it already has your name and your call sign. And it says pilot role. I didn't even have to change your role. Change no role. Well, anyways, you're in, so. Oh, nope, Josh Mack got you. That's what happened. Okay, yeah, you're in. Yep, you're in. You're already in, so. Josh Mack just put you in while I was putting you in, so there you go. But I'm going to add my welcome at Dave Brendan. There you go. You're in. It's that easy to join. You just have to be a VATSIM active member. Then you can join us on our events. And, you know, you fly what you can. So it's a fun time. Met lots of people in real life through there. Going with them. Most of Johnny, sorry I was doing that, but I appreciate you flying with me. I don't see anybody. My name looks oh, there you are. Up there. But yeah. We're straddling the Erie, Lake Erie, Ontario border, coastline, I should say. Tons of boats. Okay, let's check the fuel, make sure we're good still. On the right, we want to be on the left, fuel pump on. This thing does burn through fuel. It's about 15.2 gallons an hour. It has an 80-gallon tank, so you're talking about realistically 4 hours of flying. Fuel pump off, fuel pressure, fuel flow, back to it. Well, actually, ground speed went down a little bit, but no more of that, Dave. We're gonna fly no matter what, the rest of our lives. Out there in the distance is St. Thomas. It's out there somewhere. Got some solar panels off on the left here. A lot more farmland and stuff in Ontario across the United States. We might see Toronto in the distance as we get towards Rochester. Even Niagara Falls, we'll see if we see that. The draw distance could be better in 2024, I feel. That's all based on the settings. This is maxed out settings because I have AMD. Yeah, so we got right on you, and that wasn't even me. That's another ad. So that's how it happens. If you ever get the FlexSim Expo, we should have a table in Minneapolis. I think Rob might run it, from what we're understanding. Because I don't think some of us are going to make it out there. I don't know if I will make it out there. I probably won't. But I'll definitely do remote media partner thing again. But I enjoyed Providence. I thought Providence was good. Nick, you were there. Providence is pretty good. And this year, oh, I forgot to update that too. I have to update that. Probably gonna be a media partner again, but they just keep sending me stuff like I'm a media partner. But they're gonna have Friday not be like a setup day. They're gonna set up in the early beginning. And then people are going to be able to go like Friday evening to go look at like things. So they're making the exhibit hall have longer hours in Minneapolis in 2026. So that's kind of cool because Friday seemed like I mean, for me it was cool because we went up there with the Rich USA Flying Club and this and that. And we set up the booth. But it seemed like Friday was kind of a dud day. It's like people arrived and just kind of like met in groups. Like, it's cool to do that too, though. We did the same thing, and just meet people that you want to meet. But it seemed like there was nothing really with FS Expo that was going on, except for the showcasing of new stuff. That was kind of cool. But they're gonna have like the floor open on Friday evening, so. Yeah. All right, still over Ontario. Coming up on Hamilton, Ontario, in the distance up ahead. We're at 3,500. Stay low for the clouds, but now it's looking clear over here. So we'll keep it here. We're gonna keep going up and down. I think the winds were stronger. It's 5-5. 49 minutes till Rochester, and I think I have scenery installed for Rochester, so we'll take a look at that right now. See what we got. Oops. It's freeware. Freeware Rochester from flightsim.to. So we'll see what it looks like. That's why someone hasn't made a payware Rochester. I'm gonna check on that now. Oh, someone did actually. This is it's a flightsim.to version. Someone did make a payware one. Let's see what they did. Da Vinci made one. Looks pretty good. I do not have that, sadly. So actually, it's pretty cool. I'm not probably gonna buy it though. But on Sim Market, I guess there's a Rochester International. That escaped me. So, but we'll see how the freeware looks. Let's see how that sign's going. So it might not look like that. How much is that? I'm not going to be able to install it now. But, 14.5 euros. That's like 20 something bucks though, no? Let's see what that turns into for US dollars. And I'm not knocking the guy. But, oh, $16.81. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe in the future we'll see. It's also 2000. Oh, wait, bill since 2024. Yeah, so it's 2020, so you should probably work. Goes to John. Buzz by. But yep, the event this Sunday for the Regency Flying Club is the fly-in, and sales are coming up anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to hold up on that. So. They had a couple of Black Friday sales on the Black Square. They did not put the Bonanza on sale though. So they put a lot of their older, everything but the newer releases they put on sale. So that's at justflight.com. You can buy all that stuff. And no, I don't get paid for saying that. So, but this Black Square Bonanza has been awesome. I think it was like 40 bucks. Oh, cool. You did, actually. Yep. You're going to be on the road, so that makes sense. You had pretty good specs in that, too. So. That makes sense. You're like me now. I have my gaming laptop, but that just does the streaming stuff, and then I do the flight sim on the desktop. But I come home every day. That's the difference, too. But I also use my laptop for work and business, so it's a write-off for me. Because I run my YouTube channels from that and use it for video editing and stuff like that. So. But yeah, I don't want to buy a laptop anytime soon, but this MSI has not been the most durable build, I would say. I have no screws on the bottom plate because I have to open it up once in a while because it will, for lack of a term, the Wi-Fi in it doesn't work anymore. So I have a Wi-Fi adapter for work and I just plug it with Ethernet at home. And so I make it work. And the Bluetooth dongle, I have to get one. I have one of those too as well. So that's how I get through it at work and Wi-Fi. But it has awesome specs. It's just I don't know what happened, but like it will. If I go to restart it at work after going to hibernate, because I try to hibernate, so I go between buildings and just do it. It will not load, and this is very infrequently. But I'll have to unhook the battery, put it back in, and then turn it on, and it works fine. But that's it. I bought it used, so.
If you need anything, just let me know.
GT Azevedo. Oh,
Very
good
good,
podcast, sir. Thanks
If you need
thanks
anything,
for
just let me know.
subscribing. You don't have to do that, by the way.
When's the beverage service?
You're in high
Yeah,
school.
that's
You want to see
not
some
included on this plate. Do you pay the extra fee?
Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Todd Savedo36 just
Remember
subscribed
to use your
to
sounds.
Flight
You haven't
on
used
Twitch.
that in a while. I haven't seen it in a while because it just hasn't lined up. But remember, exclamation point, use your name. That's what people get when they keep watching my channel. They get their own sound. 2 points to arrive. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. How's life? How's school? That paramotor I bought though, they have a paramotor which is like, you know, an aircraft model. And I think it was $7.99, so it was on sale because I watched the Ford Learn to Fly stream. And he was flying it and they offered a discount code, so I was like, yeah, I better buy this now. So we will be doing some paramotoring in our future here. Maybe around my house or something in the simulator. See what happens. But that was only $7.99, so I can afford that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to save money here. So the holiday season's gonna hit hard, I have a feeling. So still in Ontario, making our way. We're gonna be overflying Buffalo. We'll take a look to the left and see if we can find that. No, I would like to buy a paraglider for real, but I don't have the money for that. But no, on simulator, someone developed a paramotor as an aircraft, and it's pretty cool. So people are saying that if you have it in VR, you see like your arms, and you can like look, and it's like whoa. And I did the same thing on Tobii Eye Tracker, and I'm like, man, this is kind of cool. So yeah, it's in the simulator. Yeah, I posted it on the Rich Jose Flying Club when it was on sale, because I was like, oh hey guys, if you want to get like a paramotor. But Ford Learn to Fly did a whole stream on that. So. JT Azevedo, let's see that. JT. That didn't work. Why didn't it work? I spelled your name wrong again. It's probably, oh, 36. I forgot the 36. Hey, lock it on. There you go. JT Azevedo on the stream. Yep. One of the longer ones, but it's kind of cool. Solar panels. That's a free word. No, that's not a free word anymore. That's a mama. I forget the name of it is. It used to be freeware, and then he really updated it and then made it payware. But I thought it was worth it to put solar panels and stuff in there. Gonna be overflying Port Dover, Ontario. That's what you're seeing right there in front of us. Things looking good. Let's look at Volanta for a second. See how tonight's been. Pretty calm. Detroit to Rochester. That's where we're going. That's where the weather could put us. But we'll take a look at Niagara Falls. We can see it in Toronto. We'll see if we can see anything. And then we'll see Buffalo, of course, and then right to Rochester. That's a Class Charlie. We're going to be landing right at the International Airport. So. Really hoping someday Canada takes basic med. I think it's more a hang up on the whole United States accepting their, like, I think it's like a class 4 or something. I just hit the triple bell, sorry. I think they have like a class 4 medical in Canada, and that the United States doesn't recognize that. And it's not, it's kind of like not a third class medical. It's kind of like their version of a basic med in a way. It seems that the United States doesn't recognize that. They're not going to recognize basic med for now, but Mexico does. The Bahamas does. Obviously, anywhere in the United States does. So, just Canada. I'll be happy if Canada just went on there. I'm already a pilot for life, so I'm basic med and the mosaic. But it'd be cool to get Canada on board with basic med. That's all I'm saying. Love to fly to Quebec someday. That'd be awesome. But I could qualify for a third class medical. I just don't want to go through the trouble. I just want to do basic medical. Good to fly, that's it. So Selkirk coming up. That's supposed to be like a grassy airfield or something. I think it's probably this thing. Oh no, also solar panels. Okay. Oh, somewhere around here. We use Google Maps enhancement mod here, so that's something that you have to pay extra for. I find that useful though. It's the map enhancement. So there you go. Cool, man. You're young, man. You can stay up, you know. Enjoy it now, because when you get a family and stuff, it's not a horrible thing. It's just it changes things, you know. So enjoy your freedom now. We are gonna have to stay a little bit north of a alert area here. I'll show you what I mean. Here we are. We'll stay north of that alert area right there over near Port Colbar. That'll put us closer to Niagara Falls, which is right over there. So we'll see. See what happens. If I visited Toronto in 2024, and I really like Toronto. I'm gonna be honest with you. Thought it was a nice city. We rented out an Airbnb, me and my guy friends, for a bachelor party. It was pretty nice. We'd be able to walk from there. Ubers are all over the city, so it's easy to get around. And Toronto, when you're there, is like multiple cities in one. It's a huge, like, metropolitan area. But yeah, I like Toronto. I haven't been to Montreal since 2007. That'd be kind of nice to go to again too. Quebec City, I haven't been there since I was a kid, probably 91. So, there you go. I like Toronto a lot. And I think as a young gentleman, as yourself, you'd be able to go out on the night on the town there. Because we went to like a rooftop bar and everything, and it was pretty cool. The night scene there's pretty lively, so. There's a lot of places to go. Yeah. So, very 20s-ish crowd at the club. I mean, I felt old, but you know. But I make it work, you know. Still go out with my guy friends here and there. But like FS Expo in Providence, that was like old school for me, because that's my old stomping grounds when I was in my 20s. So, and I used to gig around there all the time. Yeah, live your. I have no regrets about my 20s. I did a lot. I was happy. So you get to look back on that with fondness, Nick. So make sure you live. I'm gonna go for a heading mode here for a second, just to go north of that alert area. EG. Yep. So this compass does a lot of deviations with like radio and stuff, and it kind of shows in the model too. They did a nice job of that. So it's saying like if you turn the prop de-ice on and stuff, it does things. Pitot heat I don't really need. Just turn that on. Outside air temperature is about 32, but again, you know, it's not visible moisture. In fact, did have the airspeed go down, we would turn it on between. So see how it's doing. Engine's fine. Cabin is 74 degrees, a toasty 74 degrees, 98% pulse oximeter. I have one in my flight bag, one of those oximeter things. Never really had to use it. I should probably just try it one time when I'm like at 7,500, 8,500, see what's going on. But it's good to have if you're gonna go, you know, higher, and anything like 10,000 over, I probably have one just to make sure you monitor stuff. So never really flew that high in a GA aircraft yet. Never really had to, because we're in the Northeast. So. I actually liked flying across Canada during the marathon. The only thing I didn't like is when it crashed the desktop like twice, 3 times. That was 2020. So, but the next marathon, 99% sure it's going to be in 2024 because this thing's amazing. And with the new computer build, so that I will say too. The i9 was showing its age with this, but it was like I built that in 2019 with my son. Now he uses that. I get the new one. So. But I think he made it out. I mean, think about it. He gets an i9 9900K. It's not a bad processor at all. I left 128 gigs of DDR4 RAM in there for him. He doesn't even need all that. But I used it because I do a lot of creative stuff on my computer. And I run a lot of things on it. And then he has the old 2080 in there, which I don't think is that bad for a kid of the age of 12. And anything I replace in this one eventually, which I'm not going to be doing anytime soon. But I'm all, like really close to paying this off, so it was 0% interest. So we came up with a plan in a way. But I don't like financing stuff as much as I used to. Just like I just want to have the money. But this is something where I was like, I can make this happen. There are a lot of sales out there, especially on Amazon. Wait for those sales if you're looking to build a computer, because they're going to be some good deals. Like the power supply I have, I could have saved a little bit more if I waited till now, but I did get a good price on it. So, I mean, it cost me about $2,000 for the whole setup. And I had to like start fresh. The only thing I reused from the old computer was the 3090. But everything else had to be bought new. The cooler, processor, new memory, new motherboard, new case. I could have reused the old case, but I wasn't gonna like pull it all apart just in the case, so I wouldn't sell it. I had to buy new fans. It's glitzy fans. They do the RGB lighting that you can like program. So I didn't really care about that, but like the case I bought has like glass everywhere, so I was like, well, I might as well just buy those and make it look pretty. You can always turn them off if you don't want to. But I'm old school when it comes to that stuff. Not really into the whole, hey, you know, want the RGB lighting and everything else. I just want a computer that works really well. So I started building my own computers back in 1999. That was my first custom computer I built. I think it was a Pentium 4. No. It was a Pentium 3, 500 megahertz. That's right. Pentium 3, 500 megahertz computer. And I thought I was like the bomb. So like, look, I built my own computer. This is awesome. I impressed a lot of people back then. So, yeah, I do appreciate building my own computers. I don't like to buy pre-made desktops anymore because you can pick what you want. And it's like a chop shop. You pick what you want based on what you want to do. So, but this is also my first AMD computer I ever built. I was always an Intel guy, but you can't really deny the 9950X3D, just their best processor. It's expensive, but like I paid $500 for a processor before. This one was like a little over $600, but I do a lot of multitasking and stuff. So if I was just buying it for the simulator, I'd probably go with the 9800X3D, because that has just comparable performance on the gaming. It's just multitasking. I wanted the more cores and stuff for video editing and running multiple things. So a lot of people are like, oh man, you should have went with the 9800 if you just wanted for the simulator, but that's not what I wanted. You know, I tend to go very high quality on stuff. So, but I try to. I'll tell you one resource that's good: ChatGPT. If you just type in what you want to do, and you can ask it all these questions. Like, it's amazing the stuff that it tells you. It helped me tweak all my settings for the simulator and everything. It's amazing what AI can do. Yeah. Or if there's like two sceneries and one's older than the other but they're the same airport, you can say what's the differences and what do you recommend for 2024 with these settings. And it gives you like a whole knowledge base, and it says, well, I prefer this one because it's pretty spot on. So yeah, the only thing I would upgrade on this, and not need it because the 3090 is decent, is getting a 5090. Which again, that's like a 2,000 at least $500 card, but I just can't see myself spending that. So it's amazing the price of graphics cards and how much they are. Mind you, I paid like, I think it was $1,900 for this 3090, and I bought it used. But it's been a workhorse, so I've had it since 2021, 2020. They upgraded the graphics card pretty fast. When I originally built the old one, I could only get a 2080 because I wasn't really. I was out of the building world for quite a while, so I was like, well, what's with all these models? So I went with the 2080 because it was like $600, and that was on eBay used, I think. And I thought, man, $600 for a graphics card? It's back when I was building computers, they were like $300 for a really good one, $350 maybe. We thought that was expensive. No one knew what the future would hold. But I'd say if you're getting 2024, try to get one with VRAM, like a lot of VRAM, so the 3090 holds its own on that. I would go no less than a 3090 to make it work really well. And you could get away with 2000 series, but you have to dial down the settings. So the VRAM will be a limiting factor. And again, look at development mode and see what the limiting factor was, because with mine I was bottlenecking with the CPU. It wasn't the graphics card. They got to work hand in hand. That's what some people don't understand. I'm gonna have to dissent here because the clouds are that low. But we're also the United States. Your bottleneck could be due to just the processor not being powerful enough. The GPU is not able to load everything as fast because the CPU can't process it fast enough. That's basically what was happening with my i9. So when I upgraded the processor and everything, the 3090 did a lot better because it could handle it no problem. Just like loading's a lot better than what it was. So, all right. Anyways, Lake Erie is off our right. Lake Ontario over there. Toronto would be that way. More like that way. I don't think we're going to see anything. That's where Ontario, that's where Toronto would be. When we drove up 2024, we had to go drive around Lake Ontario, so I did that on the way back. That was my driving duty. But the United States coming up ahead, and Niagara Falls. I think that might be it. That might be it already. It might not load, but the scenery's over there from Niagara Falls. Buffalo in front of us. Goes to Johnny. Thanks for flying with me today. I don't see you anymore, but I appreciate you flying with us. This is the Bonanza Pro from Black Square. Yeah, amazing aircraft. Highly recommend it. Amazing aircraft. I did make my own livery for it, but if you're into GA, this is probably a must-buy, at least in my opinion. So, fast aircraft too. So it's nice to add a faster GA aircraft to the stable, if you will. Yeah, Blue Scorpio, welcome to the broadcast. It's an awesome plane. Has everything you could want and more. Very detailed. I mean, they even control the cockpit heat and stuff like that, and it tells you when it's too hot or cold. I'm not, you know, that's not a selling point for me, but it's very intricate, the amount of systems they put in it. They have everything in the tablet, kind of there. Again, something not needed for me, but kind of cool to have. And it has the engine, you know, integrated over time. Has failures if you wanted to. Has oxygen systems and all that stuff. Many multi-avionics selections. I went with 435, 30 because that's just the way I roll. But someday I'll do the 750 problem. And yeah, it's a beautiful aircraft. So, all right, we're gonna send down the 2,900 just to give ourselves a little bit of clearance here. Gauge. And let's just keep an eye on that airspeed as we descend down. But yeah. Yeah, dude, they have it on sale because I thought it was the only aircraft. The new releases weren't on sale, but Just Flight and Black, I was running a special on a lot of aircraft. So, I bought this like pretty soon after it came out. It was like 40 something bucks, but I'm also gonna fly the heck out of it. I already know. It's like right up there with the Cirrus. It's like when I want a faster GA aircraft, this and the Cirrus are kind of my go-tos. But the Cirrus doesn't do that well in 2024 right now. I have to check it out again. You know, close to that airspeed, so slow down. Also the mixture. Maximum horsepower here. The EGT gauge, you got two of them. You got one here, and you got one over here. I just look at the horsepower here to do the mixture here. 148 seems to be about where it's going to be. There you go. 2,900. All right, increasing to 2,400 RPMs. And 22 inches. Yeah, I don't think it works. I mean, I got spoiled. Oop, Niagara Falls coming off on the left. I got spoiled with the. I'd have to give me a second. I have to look at Volante for a second. Yeah, we're clear. No one's controlling. Someone, let's go into class, Charlie. But I had a mod for the 2020 version, which made the Cirrus a lot more realistic. And the 2024 version just doesn't seem realistic. There's Niagara Falls, everybody, from a distance over there. I don't know if we're going to see the falls, but it'd be right about here, I think. No, it'd be over here, actually. Yes, we're not going to see it. But that is the Jefferson 2000 scenery from Niagara Falls. Outside. Niagara Falls. And we're about to cross into America. America, Buffalo, New York, over here. Very scenic area. So the falls are right there. The American Falls are a little bit more over there. Well, if you read the POH, which you could get online, Pilot Operating Handbook, there's a chart in there. Yeah, but typical cruise at the altitudes I'm at, it's 22 inches of manifold, 2,400 RPMs typically for. You want a burn rate of about 15.2 on the fuel for a good cruise. That's 75%, I think. So, yeah. Let me show you. So you can go online, search for Bonanza A36 POH, and that'll be the actual like flying manual that they have in real life. We call that a pilot operation handbook. Nope, that's flight plans. POH. There we go. And it's people scan them, and you can like download them. We're not using them for ruled flights, so we're okay. But here's what it looks like. So this is the actual manual. This is where I made my checklist from too. That we have in real life usually in the plane. And then what you do is, I think it's section 5-ish. So see how it says 1-2? You have to go to 5. It's still loading, so give it a second. 5-2, I think it's 5. Range profile, yeah. So see section 5 performance. If you go to cruise power settings, 521. So you look on the lower right and left for 5-21. It'll tell you at what altitude you want to set it to for what power cruise, if that makes sense. Buffalo, we're going to take a look at that pretty soon now. Give me a second here. So see this chart right here? I can't turn it, but see how it says temperature? You have to go by temperature and altitude. And then it says the manifold pressure setting, which is around 22 and 2400 RPMs, or 2500 if you want maximum continuous power. I think I set it for like 65%, then see some fuel. But that's how it tells you the manifold inches mercury, and at the top it says 2500 RPM. So, but your burn rate in that is typically what you look at. Buffalo right off our right here, so let's take a look. Turn the tablet off. And I found that online. I searched for Bonanza A36 VOH. It has that. There's Buffalo, everybody. So we're on. Yep. That's what we do in the real world too. If you want to calculate that with the prop, that's typically how we find out the best cruise setting. So, but roughly 22, 24, 2500 RPMs is that's what it basically looks like in those charts. Yep. And then you get kind of used to that, you know what I mean? But you double check that if you're an altitude that you're not typically at. That's all. So Niagara Falls and Buffalo back there. Look outside. Niagara Falls and Buffalo. Let's see if we can get both. Oh, we can't. Picture time. Jeez. Right, Rochester, not that far. We got about 52 nautical miles to go. Let's get some weather going on. 124, 825. Let's see if we can get any weather. If we hear anything, we'll start writing it down on the tablet. This is my real world flying tablet, by the way, for when I'm streaming it to the OBS so that you see it, but I'm using the same software I use in real life. It's free, and it's for Android. It's called Avare, A-V-A-R-E. You can download it in the Google Play Store, and I've used it like forever because I don't fly enough to go buy purchase a subscription, if you will. I've tried Garmin Pilot a little bit on the free stuff because I have a Garmin Pilot watch which is the same stuff, but I just use Avare. It's just as it does everything I need to. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, and then what I did was I took that POH, by the way, and I made my own checklist from it. So I was gonna buy a real world one, but then I was like, nah, I'll just make my own. So let me show you that. Basically, I follow the format of my real world checklist that I buy, and the POH has the whole checklist in there, and I just copy it over. I got my speeds over here and everything. So that's what we typically use in the real world, but the POH is always supposed to be on board. It's required to be on board.
Kilo Romeo Oscar Charlie automated weather observation. 0600 wind 340 at tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition few clouds at 3,100 ceiling 4,500 overcast. Temperature 6C dew point 2C altimeter 2990. Kilo Romeo Oscar Charlie automated weather observation 0600 Zulu. Wind 340 at tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition few clouds at 3,100 ceiling 4,500 overcast. Temperature 6C dew point 2C altimeter 2990.
I think I got that right.
Kilo Romeo Oscar Charlie automated weather observation 0600 Zulu.
No, do the crosswind component.
340 at tree. Visibility
Going back
10.
to guard.
Sky condition.
No, I
few
have
clouds
not.
at
I actually
3,100 ceiling
didn't hear the
4,500
best thing about
overcast.
say intentions,
Temperature
but I might try it
6C
sometime.
dew point 2C
back to
altimeter
guard.
2990.
You're on guard, Whip!
Alright, now, let me show you this. This is how I calculate crosswind component to find out runway if it's close. Hold up, again, raid. Charlie Foxtrot, rating with 12. Welcome, sir. We're about to land in Rochester. So winds at 340 at 3. Doing a crosswind component check here. And what runway we're looking at right now.
Charlie
Welcome and
Foxtrot
thanks, man.
00 is rating with a
1028.
party of 12.
Check that one. That's the biggest one. It says runway 28 would be a 1 knot. That'd actually be awesome. Runway 28. Just to make sure, 224. This tells me what runway is the best for heading. Yeah, so we're gonna go 28. All right, runway 28 is what we're gonna head for at Rochester. Because it only has a 1 knot crosswind, which is not much at all. And we are in the Buffalo Charlie. And I would actually, yeah. Do you want to join my Discord and I can share it there? That'd probably be the easiest way. I could actually make like a whole channel of just checklists that I make. How's that? I'll upload them over time. I'll make a whole new channel. But join my Discord. If you go to this, I can start doing that. How's that? I work really hard on them, but I don't mind sharing. I can't give you the ones I bought in real life, though. I can give you the ones that I made myself. So, alright, mixture, just make sure we're good. There. Yeah. The other ones I just scanned into my tablet, so that'd be the checkmate ones. If you ever fly in real life, I recommend the checkmate checklist. They're really good. So you can scan everything in there. So. All right, yep. So I'll make a whole new channel there. I'll try to do it before I go to bed tonight, and I'll at least upload this Bonanza A36 checklist for you. Okay. But it's basically the language they use in the whole POH. Charlie Foxtrot, thanks for coming on board. I want to make sure I said that. I probably did like 3 times, but I'm just making sure. And I hope that you had a good flight tonight. What you were doing. And we're going to land at Rochester, the Bonanza, which we talked about on your stream. And how good of an aircraft it is. But yeah, I highly recommend the Black Square Bonanza. Even though I like the Coronado one for having the detail, it's not the best flight to avionics, but it's nice to have. But yeah, he just got out of the Buffalo area. I'm in Rochester. I'm only about 12 and a half minutes out. Kind of going back to where we started going to in the Bonanza when we first got it. We flew from my closest J airport of Taunton. Alright. No problem, my friend. Here, let me alert the man.
Work well and
We're
prosper.
going to runway 28, which means that we're going to enter a left downwind entry for 28 in Rochester. As you can see. Again, we should have a 1 knot headwind, crosswind of 3. That's like really nothing. Experienced pilot, so. This is a great app too, though. I kind of like this one a lot. Again, I have an Android tablet. I don't like Apple products, so Flight Winds, that's what it's called. Flight Winds, and it does crosswind component checks, and it's very graphical, so a lot better than looking at a graph when we fly. So, but on my tablet just stopped like working. Above the canyon, where eagles cry. Okay, let's check it. Forever flying. And pattern altitude at Rochester is about 1,600 feet, so I'll get that programmed in here. Should probably make it down actually, so let's start with this thing too. Choosing altitude. It's off for 1,800 meters.
Saddle creeps like an old refrain.
Let it descend down. Still low. Pretty good ground speed. All
In
lights
the
are pretty good.
desert's grain.
Tomorrow I got some stuff to do in the afternoon. Checking with family, but maybe we can stream again tomorrow. It might make it a whole streaming weekend. But we'll see. Sunday definitely going to be streaming. Streaming in the British USA Flying Club, Plymouth, Massachusetts fly-in. I'm hosting it. It's my real old airport where I rent from. And it's a Thanksgiving themed event, so we'll be flying with Tom the Turkey. He'll be making another debut once again this year. We'll show what I'm talking about. Right there, co-pilot Tom the Turkey will be back with us for that flight, and should be a good time on Sunday. But we'll see if we can fly tomorrow too. And we'll go from there. And Sunday I have to attend.
We kiss the
brother-in-law, mother-in-law, they're like all born at the same time, so they're kind of a celebration. All right, did I also set my, no I didn't set my pressure, but I wrote it down, 29990, that might be important.
skybound spirit.
Back up, I never did really anything with this yet. Tomorrow, no, it'd actually probably be after, because my auditions I gotta be at as a band director. I have to be there at 12:45. I have 3 kids auditioning. I'm not in like a district that has like half their band unit. What is going on? I zoomed in and I can't zoom out. No, I can't now. Yeah. Alright, that was weird. So yeah, probably I'd say I'm not gonna give it time because that's the problem. I have family. I have to check in with them to see what we're doing. That's why I can't have a schedule. Not like other stores. So it just makes it tough. And then things pop up, sports and stuff, and school. But, I'd say probably afternoon to evening. I don't want to spend a late night like this though, because I actually want to spend some time with my wife to nice. So this was just because I fell asleep and I wanted to scream. I felt bad. So we're sacrificing a little bit tonight for this. So that's right. All right, 9.5 minutes to go to Rochester. It's freeware, but there is some payware out there that I'm gonna look into in the future, but I'm not gonna go nuts for it. 1,600 feet. And, I'm gonna switch to the control tower fixture 118.3 pretty soon. That's yeah, our flight's been pretty. Thanks for making it interesting. Got to talk a lot. Left from Detroit. Flew Ontario and Buffalo. We saw Niagara Falls a little bit, which was cool. And now we're going to Rochester International. See, now I'm used to speed in the GA aircraft with the Bonanza, so I'm going to take like the Cessna or something. It's the slowest thing ever. I'll be taking the Cessna 152 out pretty soon in real life, I think, for my flights and those landings. Just have to find some time. And again, that's part of the reason why I did my private pilot when I was younger, when the kids were younger. And I even sacrificed on that, but I figured if I didn't do it, then I was never going to do it, which kind of I knew it was going to get busier, and I was going to fly less as they got older, which is what's happening. But at least the thing about being a private pilot, at least, or a pilot in general, is once you have it, you have it. It's just a matter of keeping it going, so that way you still have the ability to fly. Look, I never want to go on hiatus for like 5 years going, oh my kids. Like I want to fly in between to keep it going. I just have to know and pick and choose my moments. So, all right, let's do our call out Rochester on the tower frequency. Position, location, etc., etc. So, Rochester traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot. We're about 20 nautical miles to the west, setting up left downwind entry for 128 Rochester. Yeah, you don't talk much like Foxtrot. You got kids. You don't talk. But I don't want to be one of those pilots that's like, oh, I'm gonna put it all on hold for 5 years and then have to like get like the whole thing going on again. I haven't flown much in real life. Last time I flew was with Nick Resnick. So, yeah. And obviously I fly the sim like all the time, so I feel like my flow and understanding things, and I study the POHs and procedures. It's just about getting up there. But I need my biannual flight review in, I think, end of February anyways. And I have to do my basic med online medical testing for February as well. So, but I'll get up there. I want to get my 3 full stop landings at night in the 152 pretty soon. And time's now because it gets dark here quick. So, oh yeah, because you got all that stuff though. Yeah. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was never gonna do the whole, like, a lot of people will just like get their private, fly for a little bit, and then like go on a 10-year hiatus. I don't see myself doing that. That's cool. That's cool, man. Well, you deserve that, Nick. You worked hard for all that stuff. Very proud of you. That's awesome. It doesn't take long. They told me that IACRA was down for the government shutdown, though. I don't know if that was true or not. But even me, I look at the airman registry just to make sure that everything's still the way it should be. But yeah. So. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's expensive to fly, but if you're gonna do it, at least try to get up there every year. You know what I'm saying? So, and I understand that people get rusty, but I'm gonna say this. I think the simulator keeps the flows and everything going on. It's the feeling that you gotta get. You know, but I've never really lost confidence in my skill. It's just getting up there and telling yourself, take it easy, run through everything, and you're gonna be fine. You know. Yeah, that's all. It's a limitation. That's what it is. Well, Nick, you could do more than I can. And you're making it a career, so. Let's do another call out to Rochester here. So here we go. Rochester traffic. Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot, 13 nautical miles to the west. Setting up a left downwind entry for runway 28 full stop Rochester. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not going to get the feel of the plane. And I wouldn't go out in like a 25 knot gust after not flying for a while or something like that. But, you know, you get your confidence back. I've never lost my confidence. But I'm not also cocky. Like, I make sure that it's a pretty nice thing. I was going to fly tonight, like I said, but there was like rain and clouds. And that's not a good mixture for night. So I was like, and it's been a while, so I was like, I'm not going to do that. But I'll be up there soon. So. Yeah, well, yeah, you just got in the CRJ, you know. They're gonna be very cautious, you know. But we'll get there. My flight instructor, I mean, he's old school. He used to fly for like little regionals in the area and stuff like that. And then he became a I don't know how, I don't remember the order, but he's been flying since he was a teenager. And he did that, and then he became a teacher and a flight instructor. And he's been doing that. Then he retired from teaching, so he taught at the same school. So, yeah, exactly, yeah. Charlie Foxtrot, that makes total sense. I agree with you on that. Yep. Yeah. Definitely agree with that. So, yeah, Nick, that makes sense to me. So. I really think it's about just making sure again that our pilots are smart about things and we don't take chances or dumb chances, and that we know our abilities, and it's okay to take a flight instructor with you if it's been a while. I'm a band director. Yeah, we have that in common. I know we haven't talked about it in a while, but I'm a band director. Yeah, that's what I do for a living. So, not the biggest band, small town and rebuilding still. Due to COVID, like after 5 years, still rebuilding, and it has the world's hardest schedule I've ever seen. But yeah, yep, I'm a musician just like you, my friend. Not really gigging or anything because of the kids and stuff and getting older, but yeah, a lot of musicians become pilots. It did. I had a terrible schedule. I'm a guitarist. Guitar is my main instrument. Yeah, but I did just like you. I did. Well, I started out doing the original rock band thing, trying to make it out of college with that, and teaching at the same time. And then that kind of fizzled. I did the cover band thing for a while. And then I had my kid, and then another kid, and kind of didn't like the cover band thing after a while, to be honest with you. It kind of wore on me. The real money's in weddings, to be honest with you. You know that. But, yeah. But as you can see, I get really creative still with everything I do. It's part of our passion, right? And I think it's a good thing with pilots. So, but two of my band kids have gone on to become pilots. I don't know if she finished her private yet, but she's like right at the end of it. Anyways, let me do another call out here. Rochester traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot, 4 nautical miles out, 45 left downwind, runway 28 full stop Rochester. Yeah, well, you know, unless they feed you and stuff, you know, and they respect you. No, the last, and this is a while ago, but in that cover band we did a We did like a 80s prom theme thing for a fundraiser for I can't remember who. It was some type of city thing, and we went there. And do you remember the band Tavares from the 70s? Yeah, one of them was. She's actually doing her master's in the Navy now, Nick. Yeah, so she actually contacted me about 2 months. But yeah, Tavares. Some of the members of Tavares, seeing that they're from Massachusetts, showed up, and we actually jammed with them a little bit. And he had his granddaughter there and everything. Alright, Rochester, here we come. This is freeware from FlightSim.tl. I'm not expecting great things, but do what we can. Probably just set it a little high. Rochester traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot, left downwind, runway 28, full stop, Rochester. Tobii eye tracker on, I'm centering it. I'm looking pretty good. My head's out the airplane. Great. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and made all my money in music sense, so I can't complain, right? But as far as flying, I do YouTube videos and stuff to pay for old flying, so right about there. Okay, good. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Maybe my head won't stick out the plane as much. I guess not. All right, let's do the gump. Gas. I'm gonna switch it, so let me fuel pump this. Switch that. Come on, switch it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, tablet, get out of the way. Oh boy. Yeah, boy. All right, undercarriage. We're under 150. Gear down. Wait for the 3 green. All right, 3 green. Mixture. Prop. I'm gonna slow this down a little bit to 18 inches. Flaps. Angle down. Start descent. If anyone wants to type in exclamation point descent, D-E-S-C-E-N-T, please do. And I should have done that a while ago. Or even landing. Do exclamation point landing. Now listen. Oh wait, that might be a different command. Turning base. There we go. We're doing good. We have to keep turning this though. Okay. Moving on to. I'm going to keep it here actually. We've got a pretty good descent here. About 100, 110. Maybe trim up just a little bit. Keep coming down. Keep turning it. Ew. Boy. Rochester traffic. Bonanza 8 Foxtrot. Left base to down. Final. Runway 28. Full stop. Rochester. But alright. Here we go. That's awesome, dude. Alright, full flaps. We want to get down to about 100 approach speed, so I'm going to throttle this out because we're really close. I'm going to slip it a little bit. I have no clue where I'm going on the ground either. But I think to the left. Yeah. Yeah, right. Trim up. Feel a little heavy here. Want to be about 80 on the approach here. They say 75, but I like 80. Right about there. Full throttle. Double check. 3 green. Prop. Mixture. Flaps are set. Okay, good. It feels like this Tobii eye tracker is off a little bit. Rochester traffic. Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot final. Runway 28 full stop. Rochester. Terminals to the right. We want to go to the left, and there's no buildings there, but that's where we want to go. So. All right, buckle up. We're gonna go landing. Sterile cockpit. That should have been done a while ago. But... Okay, throttle out. Come on, let's go. Not bad. A little rough. Not bad. Okay. Aerodynamic braking. Ground handling way better in 2024, 2020. If it's modeled right. See if we get off here. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's a little bit of a bump there. My butt kicker let me know that, but okay, is it me or is this thing weird? I'm gonna call clear over here. Rochester traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot, clear of runway 28 Rochester. Okay, parking brake on just for a quick second. Go to our checklist. Toby, I tracker off again. I will upload this after the flight tonight. So, all right, flaps up. Trim tab set to 0. Oops.
I want to do barrel rolls and loop the loops, yeah, all that kind of stuff.
All right, thanks for following, Charlie
We don't
Foxtrot.
do that kind of flying here. It's dangerous and irresponsible.
Go.
It's pretty
Let's see.
well, who does?
Cowl flaps open.
Flat.
I left
Charlie
them open the whole
Foxtrot
time.
00 is now following Eric Flight on Twitch.
All right, let's look at our airport diagram here. We're on Lima. We want to go to the FBO, so Lima Echo Foxtrot uniform. Let's call it. Parking brake off. Rochester traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot. We're at Lima off of 28, gonna taxi to the FBO via Lima Echo cross 725. Foxtrot uniform to the FBO, Rochester. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here. Toby, I track it on. But welcome to Rochester. Freeware, so not the best, but looks decent, right? You know, looks more defaulty than anything, but you know, I think they probably just add a couple buildings or something. Either way. But yeah, I want to fly in real life pretty soon to get those landings in. Knock off any rust I do have. I feel pretty confident with what I do though. Don't want to be one of those pilots that like takes 10 years off and says, oh, I want to get back into it. I didn't do it for that. And I understand that can't be helped sometimes by people. They feel like, you know, you need the money, this and that, but I tried to take care of that when I did my private by doing the YouTube videos on my other channel, and that paid for all my will of flying. So okay, looking left, looking right. Clear. Rochester traffic, Arrow Bonanza Echo Foxtrot crossing runway 257 on Echo Rochester. Okay, looking good. Probably turn the strobe lights off too at this time. Okay. After just gotta take a left on the Foxtrot and then a right onto uniform. Looks like they put some buildings in the FBO, so that's cool to see. But we made it. We made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until Eric instructs you to unfasten your seatbelt. It will then be safe for you to depart the plane. On behalf of Eric Flight, I would like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a wonderful
day. That's what she said, meant to say until she was cut off. FBO is supposed to be right in front of us, so I'm going to park somewhere over here. But yeah, it's freeware. What can I say? Usually, I'm probably going to buy that payware at some point if it works. I'll have to look at the reviews first. The FBO would be over here. But hey, it's Rochester. We'll take the drone cam out to Rochester too, take a look around, do all that stuff. But I think I'm going to post all my self-created checklists up there for people if they want to use them. Because I work so hard for the planes I fly, and it'll help out others. So, all right, parking brake on. Should be about 1,000 RPM. Let's get that up there. Keep the battery charging-ish. Toby, I tracker off. Let's shut this thing down with the checklist. And after landing, I already did that. Brakes are set, electrical radio equipment off. So radio off. I never did put the ATC chatter on, but that's okay. Okay, throttle close. Mixture full, idle cutoff. Mags off. Lights and stuff off, and also the alternating battery off first. Okay, let's take the drone cam out. And I actually learned the commands to rotate finally, because I always had a problem with that. We'll turn my tablet off in a second. And let's go look at Rochester 2024. Ultra settings, this is maxed out plus, so we'll see what it looks like. Rochester International could look better, but it is what it is. The main terminal's over here. Probably should get off Fat Sim, so let me do that. But, yep. for freeware. It's not terrible. Kind of miss the pizzazz of payware though. And there is a payware for this, just really quickly at Sim Market, but I'm not going to pay 16 bucks for it. Someone did model Rochester, so we'll think about it in the future though. Definitely think about it in the future. Looks like they did a nice job in this. So, all right. We got some aircraft parked over here. Looks to be generic. Rares. Lufthansa. And downtown Rochester seems to be down there. So let's go look at it. All right. Sorry about that. Do appreciate your support on those ads though. Not that we make tons from Twitch, but I put it in the flight funds. So. All right, Rochester, New York. I don't know if I have any scenery installed on this. I can check Rochester. I know that. Oh, I do actually. Yeah, it's got Chris Productions, RIT, and I don't have the cities installed. So this is actually default with max settings of Rochester down here. No stadium model or anything, but it is what it is. And I think I went to Rochester once ever in my life. It was very comparable to Providence, Rhode Island, to be honest with you. But we went in the winter. That's Rochester. I don't know of any really scenic things to show you in Rochester, so I'm gonna leave it here. But anyways, it's 1:37 in the morning here. I shouldn't have taken that nap, but I did. But I wanted to stream tonight, so we wanted to do this. I want to say thanks to everyone for coming out. Thanks to Charlie Foxtrot for rating the stream 12. Appreciate you, sir. Let's give a shout out there. Got a bunch of shout outs we're going to do here. Just want to make sure I spell it right. I always forget the 00, so there we go. Check out Charlie Foxtrot. Awesome real world pilot who also streams on Twitch as well. I'll give a shout to my friend Nick Breslow, real world CRJ pilot. And God, dude, we knew each other since we both did private pilot around the same time. We both live in Massachusetts. We've flown in real life twice, so that'll be an ongoing thing hopefully as you come back to the Massachusetts area here and there. But shout out to Nick Bresla as well. I want to say thanks to my friend Ghost there for flying with us tonight for a little bit. That was nice to see. And thank you to JT Azevedo for subscribing 5 months. JT Azevedo, very good friend of mine, 36. He was out in the stream earlier, so thanks to him as well. Check him out. He does stream on Twitch when he can. Let's see. Thanks for hitting my follower goal of 660 on Twitch. Mocha Dingo, thanks for following me on stream. Dave Rendon, thanks for resubscribing. That's two subscriptions in one broadcast. I appreciate that a lot. And give Dave Rendon a shout out. I haven't seen him stream in a while, but he just joined the Virtual USA Flying Club, which I'm a member of. So I want to say thanks to him. Check him out. He's got to get back to streaming, though. Dave, you got to get back to streaming. You got to get on there, my friend, when you can. Yeah, that's where we're leaving you, from Rochester. Remember to push the follow button on Twitch. Remember to push the follow button on Kick. We're on 3 services all the time at the same time. So YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. YouTube, push that subscribe button. If you feel so inclined, keep watching the videos because I'm trying to get that monetized for extra flying money in real world. Yeah, tip your bar and wait your staff well. I'm Eric Flake. I'll see you soon. We have district auditions tomorrow for my band members that are doing it, but after that, I'm gonna look into streaming maybe. Have to check with the family. Sunday, definitely streaming. Virtual USA Flying Club event. Fly into my real world renting airport, Plymouth, Massachusetts, and I'll see you soon. So stay tuned for the raid on Twitch. We're gonna be raiding. Have a great night. I'll see you later. Eric Flake. Peace out.